What is good, guys? How are we doing? It is Hack Trades back with another trade recap. It is January 6th. We made about $2,000 trading today. Technically, last night we actually made about $13.50 on an amazing gold short. My A+ model that I don't take too often, especially during Asia or just, that futures open. But it was a really good opportunity that I was kind of waiting for all morning, and we ended up getting it, and we ended up taking it at night. But we are going to focus on today's AM trades. We did go 2-0 with a hypothetical 3-0. The third trade we did not take, but we did take the main two. So let's dive into it. I'm just going to show you here the first trade that we took, and I will show you on TradingView as well. This was just a small short. All we did was just manipulate to a new high of day. Once we came down, we started to get some really good closures. I did watch volume. I was watching order flow. This is me just showing you on the 30-second. And I did see that there were a lot of sellers defending this area. I really got in, actually, would be about right there. I got in right after this impulse candle up that didn't take a new high of day. We came back down. I took this entry right here, watched a lot of selling volume come in, as well as hold this mini 30-second gap. That wasn't really much of the driving force. More of it, as you will see right here. This was the short. You can see that all we did was come up and reject London high. This is pretty textbook for me, especially on the 30-second 1 minute, to get that entry model and be able to take just an impulse short right down to 9:30 open. There was a very mini 1 minute gap right here. All I did was target 9:30 open, so I targeted right to about the 6:35. So as you can see, I caught about 28, 30 points. Very solid trade, and it was pretty quick. I mean, it was pretty discretionary. It was very low risk. You can see right here, it was about a 1.9 trade. Did not take it on big size, but did make a few $100s off of it. So it was a really quick, clean move. You can see we basically bottom ticked. We got out about the 633, so it was closer to about a 28-point trade right to this level. And then it ended up going right back up, and it would have stopped us out, and then it eventually would have continued down again. But you can see we got another manipulation, and then it eventually dumped. So that was the first trade, and you can see the second trade here. We did trade right to the VWAP. I took this one not on top step, but still a clean trade regardless. That's why I have it on TradingView here. You can see we traded right down to the VWAP, right into one of my significant areas. I like the retest of this area. I wanted to see us again. We already reswept that 930 NY open level, and then we did take out this London area. I wanted to see us retest this, maybe take out these lows. If we defended these lows, obviously I'd want to still go for that draw higher that I mentioned towards the 804s in pre-market. You can see we traded right down to the VWAP. I did not take the entry off the VWAP. Instead, I waited for something better. On the 30-second 1 minute, I got my entry signal. We got a nice little displacement higher right here. You can see all I did was wait for a little confirmation. We took our entry a little higher just because usually if I take trades off the VWAP, I do like to take them out of a fair value gap. There was nothing really here that jumped out to me that I wanted to take the trade off of or have the fair value gap below protecting our stop. Usually that is the case. So we did have this small 1 minute gap and 1 minute, 2 minute. I did use that kind of as my stop loss, like defending in a sense, because that's how I take my trades. My higher probability models, whether it's a short or a long, usually, in that respective direction, do have some type of fair value gap that I like to rely on to protect price as well as other confluences. You can see I had this level marked out. We were trading right to a big area. I wanted to see us defend the 600s. I watched on order flow. I watched it flip relatively quickly. And although I was bearish on the day, I was leaning neutral because I knew today was not a red folder day. Yesterday was very slow. Today was very slow. We got the VIX just under $15. So there wasn't any crazy conviction or there wasn't any, crazy delivery that I anticipated or had in mind. So all I wanted to do was catch my piece just back to a new high of day. And then again, I have this up here showing you guys that we left behind a 1 minute gap up here. I feel like I'm going to sneeze 1 second. Oh, good. Sorry about that. We did trade to that new high of day. As I mentioned, we got that 1 minute break of structure. And then we did leave behind this 1 minute gap. You see us tap right back into it, right on the EMA 8 on the 1 minute. And you could have called this for even more continuation. You can see right now you'd be floating up around 60 points. So that was the third hypothetical trade. Again, didn't take it, but a really, really clean continuation model towards our clear draw up here, which if I go on the 5 minute, I can show you is, or the 15 minute, I can show you that this draw is up here. This is Friday's high at about the 804s. So that is the main draw that I am looking for us to take out. On that first short, you can see, I kind of explained everything there with the EMAs, just an impulse move right down to that 930 open level. That's exactly what we did, right into this very minuscule 1 minute gap, and then it kind of went back up, came back down. Then we got a really, really nice trade off the VWAP. I was targeting this area of the range, obviously, when I was trading down to the 620s. Obviously, I wouldn't have minded to see continuation through this area and then potentially target some of these lows like the 530s, 520s. So of course I had them marked out. They were down there, but we did not hold this area. Saw strong buying coming, trading to the VWAP, held the VWAP very clean. Like I said, got our 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute confirmation. We were able to catch a very, very nice long and take out high of day. And again, all the videos on my model, guys, how to trade my model, did not mean to do that. All the videos on trading my strategy, trading my model, it's all there. It's all in the education. I will be putting out some free sauce on YouTube over time, but a lot of it is for my inner circle students, and they continue to just absorb the knowledge and take the knowledge. So the trades, they're relatively textbook. I mean, a lot of them are EMA, VWAP based trades, but of course I have a very, very good understanding of ICT concepts, structure, more structure than ICT concepts. I use a few ICT concepts. I know a lot of people swear by them, and that's completely fine. Standard deviation, I've been starting to sprinkle in a little more, back testing more with it and getting better to actually using it in my day-to-day for my targets and everything. So you'll definitely see that coming soon. But yeah, I mean, 2-0 day, super, super clean, especially for what we were working with. Just because I didn't particularly love conditions yesterday, and I felt today was relatively the same. But at least today we did see a little more movement. We saw a little bit more of a delivery, which was nice, and actually gave us an opportunity to take some pretty good trades. So the first one was about 1.9. This one was about 1.7. Again, not the highest RR, but taking what we can get. And I was already up over 4 figures coming into the session, so I wasn't going to put on any type of crazy sizing. And yeah, looking to process, some first payouts of 2026. Just stay humble, keep pushing, and yeah, really excited for the future. So pretty simple trade recap today. Now about to go into some WAP education, go record some of that for the guys and girls. So yeah, that's about it. Peace out. Much love. Hope you enjoyed.